Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. This presentation covers Diagnostic Trouble Code DTC U0103, indicating a communication issue between the shifter and the vehicle's control systems in a 2016 to 2022 Honda Pilot. When this code is triggered, it means that the automatic transmission control module, TCM, is not receiving signals from the shifter control module. This can lead to driving issues, as the shifter's ability to interact with the transmission system correctly is compromised. The diagnosis and troubleshooting steps provided here aim to isolate and resolve the communication fault, ensuring proper functionality and safety while operating the vehicle. By following these guidelines, technicians can identify the source of the communication breakdown and rectify it effectively. DTC U0103 signifies lost communication with shifter. The components involved are primarily the shifter control module and the automatic transmission control module, TCM. The shifter control module translates the driver's gear selection into electronic signals, while the TCM operates the transmission based on these inputs. These modules communicate over a network called the CAN, Controller Area Network. Faulty signals can lead to transmission issues, compromising vehicle performance and safety. The shifter control module is located in the center console near the gear shifter, while the TCM is typically found under the hood, near the transmission, and connected to the vehicle's electrical systems. Proper operation of both these components is crucial for seamless gear shifting. There are various potential causes for DTC U0103, starting with poor electrical connections that can obstruct the flow of signals between the shifter control module and TCM. Loose or corroded terminals may create intermittent faults, preventing accurate communication. Blown fuses are another common culprit. Fuses protect the electrical circuits, and once compromised, they can interrupt the power supply necessary for module operation. Moreover, open wiring, particularly in the +B TCU, transmission control unit, IG1 meter, or FCAN lines, can cause breakdown in communication pathways. Identifying these issues early on is essential for ensuring proper functionality and avoiding further complications pertinent to the transmission's operation. Common symptoms associated with DTC U0103 include a malfunctioning transmission, which may manifest as erratic shifting or an inability to shift gears entirely. This can significantly impede driving and cause safety concerns. Additionally, drivers may observe warning lights illuminated on the dashboard, indicating a fault in the transmission system. In some cases, the vehicle could enter a limp mode, limiting performance until the issue is resolved. It's important to promptly diagnose and address these symptoms to ensure vehicle operability. If left unaddressed, prolonged communication issues can result in more extensive transmission damage. The first step in troubleshooting DTC U0103 involves basic problem verification using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS. Begin by turning the vehicle's ignition to the on mode, which activates the vehicle's electrical systems. Use the HDS tool to clear the DTC from memory. After clearing the DTC, turn the vehicle off and lock it. Following that, turn the ignition back to the on mode again. This procedure ensures that any residual codes are cleared, allowing you to check for new or pending DTCs. If DTC U0103 reappears, that confirms the failure still exists, and you should proceed to the next troubleshooting steps. In the second troubleshooting step, the focus shifts to checking fuses that may affect the communication between the shifter control module and the TCM. First, ensure the vehicle is turned to off mode. The relevant fuses to inspect include fuse number B15, a 15-amp fuse located in the auxiliary underhood fuse/relay box, and fuse number C29, a 7.5 amp fuse found in the under-dash fuse/relay box. Check both fuses for continuity to ascertain if they are functioning correctly. If any of the fuses are blown, replace them and monitor the system for reoccurrence of the DTC. If the fuse continues to blow, further investigation into potential shorts to the ground in that circuit will be necessary. The third step involves checking for any open wiring issues in the +B TCU line. Begin by disconnecting the SBW shifter control module 20P connector, which allows you to measure the voltage accurately without interference. With the vehicle in the off mode, set your multimeter to measure voltage. The specific test points to consider are number 20 of the SBW connector and a solid body ground. Ideally, you should find battery voltage at this connection. If you do measure battery voltage, it confirms that the +B TCU wire is intact, allowing you to progress to the next diagnostic step. However, if no voltage is detected, it indicates an open circuit that requires repair between the SBW module and the B15 fuse. Step 4 involves checking the IG1 meter line for continuity to ensure signals can be transmitted to the TCM. First, disconnect the under-dash fuse relay box M12P connector to eliminate interference during testing. With the vehicle still in off mode, measure continuity between test points, specifically number 18 from the SBW connector to number 12 of the under-dash fuse connector. A successful continuity test indicates an intact IG1 meter wire, allowing communication. Should you find no continuity, it suggests an open wire needing repair between the SBW shifter control module and the C29 fuse located in the under-dash area. In the fifth troubleshooting step, you'll check the FCAN-AH line for continuity to ensure proper communication between the SBW shifter control module and the TCM. Start by turning the vehicle to the off mode and disconnecting both the SBW and TCM connectors. Then, test continuity between the designated points, number 5 on the SBW connector and number 34 on the TCM connector. If continuity is present, it signifies that the wired connection for FCAN-AH is functioning correctly. Should it fail the test, it indicates that an open wire exists between the SBW shifter control module and the TCM, necessitating further investigation and repair. During the sixth troubleshooting step, you will check for continuity in the FCAN-AL line, which is crucial for communication between the shifter control module and the TCM. The initial conditions remain the same. The vehicle should be in off mode, and both connectors should remain disconnected. This time, test continuity between test points number 6 from the SBW connector and number 47 from the TCM connector. If continuity is present, the FCAN-AL wiring is functioning properly, allowing signal transmission. However, if continuity is lacking, it indicates an open wire that needs to be repaired between the shifter control module and TCM. The seventh step focuses on checking the FCAN-BH line for continuity, essential for robust communication between systems. Ensure the vehicle remains in the off mode while both the SBW shifter control module and TCM connectors are disconnected for an accurate continuity test. Check the continuity between test point number 9 from the SBW connector and number 7 from the TCM connector. If continuity is observed, it confirms that the FCAN-BH line is functional. Conversely, if no continuity is found, it suggests there could be an open in the wiring, requiring immediate repair to restore communication integrity. The final troubleshooting step involves checking the continuity of the FCAN-BL line, which is critical for successful communications. Start with the vehicle in off mode and ensure that both the SBW and TCM connectors are disconnected. Test the continuity between test points number 10 from the SBW connector and number 20 from the TCM connector. If continuity is confirmed, it indicates that the FCAN BL wiring is intact and operational. If continuity testing fails, that signals the presence of an open wire needing repair between the SBW shifter control module and the TCM. Successfully completing this step verifies the repair of communication issues. After completing all troubleshooting steps for DTC U0103, it is essential to carry out a final repair verification process. Begin by double-checking all connections that were serviced to ensure they are secured correctly and devoid of corrosion. Additionally, confirm the integrity of the wiring throughout the communication paths established. Once you are certain that all repairs were conducted properly, use the Honda Diagnostic System HDS to clear any DTCs from the memory. Following this, conduct a test drive under various conditions to confirm that the issues have been fully resolved and the DTC does not return. This comprehensive approach ensures safety and reliability in the vehicle's operation. To prevent the occurrence of DTC U0103 in the future, implement a routine preventive maintenance schedule focused on key components. Regularly inspect electrical connectors to ensure they are clean and secure, as corrosion or looseness can lead to communication breakdowns. Additionally, monitor the conditions of fuses, especially those associated with the transmission system, to prevent unexpected failures. Regular checks on wiring for any signs of wear or damage will also help to lengthen the lifespan of these systems and provide early detection of potential issues. Following these preventive measures can significantly reduce the likelihood of experiencing similar communication problems moving forward. In conclusion, DTC U0103 indicates a communication loss between the shifter control module and the TCM. Understanding the roles and locations of the involved components is crucial for effective troubleshooting. This presentation walked through detailed steps, emphasizing the importance of verifying electrical connections, inspecting fuses, and conducting continuity checks. Each step is aimed at isolating and repairing the communication pathways to restore proper functionality. Furthermore, implementing preventive maintenance strategies can help prolong electrical system reliability. When diagnosed and serviced accurately, drivers can expect their Honda Pilot to function smoothly without the complications associated with DTC U0103. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.